The National Democratic Congress, NDC, have launched on explosive allegations against the Electoral Commission on two fronts. However, on one account, the NDC accused the Commission's refusal to share the serial numbers of the BVRs with the parties is an indication that the Commission, which is supposed to be independent, is hiding something from Ghanaians. On the second account, the NDC accused the Commission of lack of adequate preparation toward the ongoing limited voter registration exercise. Stated the NDC is of the view that the Commission could have made more available voting centers to reduce the stress-related events and logistical constraints. Tonight, we zero down on the concerns raised by the party and their readiness toward election 2024. 7 more months to hit the polls. I am Kweku, and then tonight, and of course this is the Frontline. We're live tonight across dozens of stations picking the feed, including Sunyani 88.1 FM, Tadi 99.5, 99.1. They're picking the feed, and of course across the Atlantic we're live in London, GOB Radio and television on TuneIn and modernghana.com. And of course, you can also get GOB on www.gobtv.tv, www.gobradio and TV, as well www.gobtv.tv. We're live also on the Cross the Information Superhighway, YouTube, Facebook, and the link is my CTV GH, both Facebook and YouTube. Let's get started. Ebusia, anadri nkomo no ye komo emu oden. Eye nkomo a ye bedi ni jaso na ye de amagana for. Nkoma ye bedi no ewomu in 2 parts or maximum 3. 1. The National Democratic Congress, NDC4, have launched an explosive allegations against Ejumukua, Wonomoshe Abato Ewomeimu, the Electoral Commission for. Allegation is in 2 parts. 1. Almost the Debentin Electoral Commission is refusing say one more ever share the BVRs air machines ye de ko abato no ye de ko polling station ho ekohwema abato no koso no eho nsem bi ni information bi ni ade a NDC fo ni susu say as a say Electoral Commission for ene wo mo che sa information enye wo nko a across all the political parties in no NDC fo susu say as a say Electoral Commission and womo HSA information and parties ni na stakeholders for elections ni na no ubia enya sa information no mo say sisu biom say eba sa no a ebema parties ni na etimi a check ama a checklist of sa information we say be ya senti so mo ka sa no kire say be ya obi emfa sa machines bi nkonko pie baabi ana obi info machines we bi nkote emipo bim ana kwaye bim ana nuem ana esirem baabi na time wa ye to aba no na omo mo hye ho na omo use sa machines ni edi twa ebi egum. So you can say yes, then this is raising these concerns tenable until so omo hwe ho asem eka when Electoral Commission for no susu gina bebi omo gina say no yene mo che sa information a enye ye kire se eno nso Electoral Commission for no susu se ebetimi so ama wo mo edwuma na omo ye no a compromise o se ebema information bi so akọ into wrong people's hands o se de bi o eho baabi en Electoral Commission so oyeden ogina asem na e bibi brezeze now eno danchen a the National Democratic Congress also edin sembia beto ho se sa limited voter registration exercise ekwan bi so no wonum susu se electoral commission no omo ano ho e wo saa exercise mu no omo ano ho kire se eze se electoral commission to no boase na enchi otimi hwe se saa limited voter exercise wonum beye ni newe a centers no a yede koto aba no centers no ebedoso eno ye 1 ebiom efi wo hwe stress a enipa ekom ebinimu fifie chichichichi na eba so moto moboas no moye ni yi a enioma ebetimi akoma ni na no ayeden ama nipa ho ahenha omo. May I say that NDC, however, have raised very, very legitimate concerns, Bibria. Eto asum papa. Na saying Electoral Commission on obeje sa semino esi no Electoral Commission no sujina na nemu so ohwano no obejina. Enti anadwi ye ba be hwe sa ansem no a NDC for no e de abetu dwa no a make us say eno edi ehi papa ye ewo media landscape no. Electoral Commission wo hwe bebi omo de wo nsam ne nam no a wo munye o madwene se dia NDC for no cano it's anything to go by, and they will even heed to the call of the National Democratic Congress. Wo munye ready, there is nothing. Now we here at the front line, so yebemao ye version about whether or not the National Democratic Congress one more cano is anything feasible and many ade. Ne we are meka sembi so di akyeremo emomehu kwan a se Electoral Commission pew on pew ebria minimum ka sei oman no ye data system biara tie data system bi e fa me ene wo me se de ben data biara e fa you and I have been compromised already. Yes, including the Electoral Commission nankasa. Me say data biara Electoral Commission all protected biara from say ebedru sebeko wrong hands so sebeko dia me pese me ka kire Ghana ni bia me ka hu bi wo ka obi se data bia wo feel say eye so paramount, data bia wo feel say eye sacrosanct biara ye bo ho ban bia no have been compromised already. What it means is that you and I, our movement, our going and coming, everything about us, what identify us as the Ghanaian is already out there. Now maybe some say kweku means beya medu bedru ho tonight. Medu bedru ho papa. Mamin chie nuanimi Yaya Kota, greetings to you. Where have you been all this while? Me also was sending me a message. Yaya, good evening to you. And then let me also greet this my sweetheart here on the social program way. Full name no ewayi na sentia odin ne wa no onye fantini oya achimini ankasa Akuffo adunia ba ne wo mememo ni din ye fra ne Eugenia Nana Ama Sechira break ofori ata aka awo udin no Eugenia Nana Ama Sechira Bikran ofori ata aka awo no foriata meka odi hu kra nti omo ebuso no metwa wesu awo. Good evening to you. I told you I'll do this. Na ebusiafo efiri yenwremu e enti sa allegations here the National Democratic Congress NDC for ediabo Electoral Commission ye behwe sa asemimu. Number 2, asembi ehu kakra na meyi so akire kire se a national security couple penipa wachiro krata bi asa krata no ekopie Jubilee House ho na top national security capui wa copy and sa letter no. What a yes, a top security chief wa chok adie bi krate bi odira Jubilee House ho. Now wa copy the Frontline program we show ni say monje copy no. Omo say kan e kire Ghana for. And I am simply just going to do that. I'm going to read the letter to you tonight. Maybe kind sakrata no achiremo anadruwi. Na yedi hu said the neomate. Shano so say program we baby I pijam I oba YouTube wa YouTube no ubenyan wo my CTV GH. Enye den crack very simple. My CTV GH. Frobia all over the world. Call a friend, call a sister, call a brother, call a mother. Frewunye biara baby obia frewonom. Na obia emehwe de eko. The National Democratic Congress allegations are one may raise against the Electoral Commission. So. Then a security couple krata watchro Edia Koma Omanpenino wa copy the Frontline krata no die na wom assemble and a security couple all catchro mampeni na security couple ni din e de sen anadwi yebeyini na egu ho mesrew enya akwadworo menye wadwen se won kwa na opese ohwe show no call a brother, call a friend all over, all the way back where in Boko, all the way to where Upper East, all the way Siade Kowa Paga, back connected to where Western region, Enchi and beyond, then beyond the borders of Ghana and the global world. Tonight, the Frontline is here to give you some exclusive and some very explosive edition of the midweek show, The Frontline. Emubeya she papa. Now, and some no me dibegu on me be chance here say, some allegations here. NDC, the National Democratic Congress, one of the Addo Electoral Commission. A allegation of one of the Addo Electoral Commission for. Now, folks, Mama Somra has said. Ebra, you tete Sansemia NDC for no, Addo Electoral Commission. Well, I got stirred a bit and I was like, hey, Assembly, okay. Well, let's look at it how this issue looks like. Now, NDC for no the allegation of Addo Electoral Commission. Electoral Commission is also I'm a pushback. The pushback of the Electoral Commission, HSS allegation, okay. How? Let's look at it this way. So, what the Frontline show we did was to call on the officials of the National Democratic Congress for said allegation ya mudi bo Electoral Commission. Yes, Ramomra. Namuni medisa and comono. Ye. These are allegations against the Electoral Commission. But folks, there is something that can be pretty dangerous. Electoral Commission on referee. The referee for the elections. If one stakeholder of the elections at the Sakwe Dunuko said you may said you may so anya pushback, reasonable pushback. I'm a church in some year. A bit to me, I'm election accordians say echo. Even though may I say quickly, say Electoral Commission, Wababe in Sembiano, ye be any Naswama, NDC for allegation, ye become Electoral Commission pushback, ye become all of that. But let me say this to the NDC for. Ebra, we, the platform, we have called on the NDC for to come and share with us. Now, feel so young, really NDC for of those allegations against the Electoral Commission as to whether or not say a tenable or untenable, and I said there is any, it's feasible or whatever it is. And like I said earlier, we the Frontline will tell our side of these allegations and share with our listeners all there is to these allegations and make some other issues out of that and the rest. Now, allegations are NDC for their Electoral Commission and we are allegation. The third issue is also, according to my intro, is whether or not the National Democratic Congress are you ready for election 2024. And me coming to me here no NDC for. No, I'm sorry. So my ready, so when you're ready. I can't answer that question. But baby ani e pese NDC for no brabe year no. Allegations here me no come wasem. So what did we do? On Saturday, last week Saturday, we placed a call to some NDC official. Sir, me bonidia chiremo. Ni position, I think that he is the deputy national organizer, Mustafa Bandi, right? We placed a call to this man and told him, said, this is what the platform want to do. So ye pese one moba deputy secretary, yes sir, good. Omra no meshe sa allegations si MY na emiriketua what the JP ne say obeba na wa behwe ne ye bie sa nsem ne mu no ye ni na ato. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it's more than 72 hours as this official of the National Democratic Congress accepted so obeba me this edwuma. As of yesterday, Tuesday, this official tells us say he's in Tamale and trying to connect a flight to Accra. Meaning so bedru Accra and ne as a suoba no womubeshema sa allegation yedi ye etri. As of Enrana at the same time, say, not several calls, messages, akko. Sa top official of this party, we say, SSO Timi making certain things available to us. Near the Bayer program, no, has refused to comply and has refused to make things available. Number two, to confirm whether Oba program, no, na one ma be hwema sa allegation ye bie su ye amemu ni kra na da ho no also refused to confirm so beba ono a on confirm say omba ono so so a on confirm say meba both. So another top officer of the party was contacted, say speak to your man because on me here no. And beside the time the program would be airborne or in this studio, no, we could not find this man Mustafa Bandi. Yes. So and then America say the allegations against the Electoral Commission, no. However, the Frontline will place an emphasis at one point where the Electoral Commission say by way of releasing that information to the stakeholders, perhaps may compromise certain things. And the Frontline place an emphasis, and emphasis is ours, in the sense that you perceive Electoral Commission whether they like it or not. When one can say Electoral Commission or Musisi, the commissioner herself, Jane Mensah, everybody, including the first gentleman on the land, the president Addo Akuffo, our data system have been compromised already into a no-go area. But as to the detail of the allegations, we cannot answer for the NDC. And I need to make this emphasis and make it quite strong. And the emphasis is ours. Now, may I say this to the NDC? Samu Pesa John Mahama, let me break the news to the NDC tonight. It will not, may not, and cannot be said your breakthrough 2024 would depend on whether or not your adversary, Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia will not be able to put his ass together. I'm sorry. Your winning 2024 may say it will depend on NDC Mwankasa. Mupa munyai. About 2 weeks ago, I came here and I gave a roadmap to John Mahama, and I gave another roadmap to why Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia. And I say, "San yomo way munko transi na monhwe. Munkunim die na hona ewo." But say yemu say Ghana for no buefu dida. Yemu say oh Ghana for na disappointed about MPP. Yemu say oh ene no ebema matras na maye lazy. Na maye nieme bia mo pe. Na mususu say Ghana for be polls no ne akoto abana mamo a montras na monhwe ade. Ebeye mo say senior mo hwe e wo cinema. But you see, I don't want to make it a big deal. Oh, there are times when some people send messages to my platform, and some of them pisses me off. In the sense, they say, "Obi sorry, on office no. Yeah, NDC for na kabom, and ya betrana just said yeah against the governing party NPP." But let me break the news to you. And for all you know, that me kwamete, that you may not know, say. My perhaps, underline the word perhaps, those political establishment who may not even like what Kwekwanan is doing may not be the governing party, maybe the opposition NDC. If you care to know, Kona Koko Dren. Me say, I repeat again, me say, Adia nim na ebin so wonya wadwenim kohwehwe mu no say susuna wo dwen say no Kweku ni NDC akotena se party na akotena se si yembe brim fence MPP ene ho nkeka ho no for which you don't know no womwa ebia womo pema sempo se mete ha na meka asem bi no may not be say hwan MPP o NDC for no a wo susu se me no ma eden ekonna ekranda no womo and they may not even like what I'm sitting here doing. And you may ask the question, why? Because of some truth Kwekwanan told them some time ago. Did you hear that? Because of some truth I told them some time ago. Like today, I'm telling the same truth to your governing party MPP. And no na mumpe no. Niminim se mumpe. And tiemu binimono, mo politics way, ye need to find omu. But like I said, I'll continue to do the job this way. Again, I've also stated categorically that these two political parties that have ostensibly run the 1992 Republican Constitution, Kweku, I've helped each one of them to either go to opposition or to come to power. And I've not regretted. And I state it strongly. All right? NDC Pedinwa, Aya Mustafa Bandenwa, your friend, no, when Timia for Buo, any die, when Timia Kodo, this station, any crew no muye with that respect. Now, when my dear politicians will be more, dear, and we are me became a lot of media houses have experienced this. Etreze, one was so dry. One was so arrogant and one level of impudence. When producers every one a bit open off on the phone, yes. Me say, I don't know. Say me dim here. It's me my catch some politician MPP and NDC. I have just 1% respect for some few. The rest, bogus. I'm telling you. Look, not too long ago, there is another person in NDC, no producer, a friend, before crowd producer. I have placed a call to this individual, including text messages to read and get back. It took us 2 weeks, no on fire. I have to call the communications director of the bureau of the National Democratic Congress, led by Sami Jemfi, who I salute so much. Musiano. NDC communication machinery. Learn from your communications bureau, Sami Jemfi. No, I don't know. Minim, come on. Sami Jemfi da saying, Abrante we so obefa call, obe return call, obe answer messages. That is Sami Jemfi for you, and you do it and do it gladly. The rest of you know. It took na making. It took 2 weeks. Now, the phone ofra on fa. O sending messages are on fa. Meanwhile, one more share power. You are looking for power. Number 2, the media is also your ally. Na me kasa menjiramo. Here, Asemwa, the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Asiedun Ketia, plus John Mahama, Bekwako Jina Western Region. Nama capture the people of Western Region. Well, the media can sit here in Accra and with a twinkle of an eye tell the Western Region people. Namu Jina Western Region, Namu Kasa, the entire Western Region for Ntemunkai. Intimo de Monko round, try and disrespect the media. Namunya Munioma said their mopeno. Because I find it so affront, disrespectful to the platform, and of course, Semun Timi Ma, se wutumi sabe muhu nyansa na we informing production and say you don't just gloss your eyes over it and as if say mfa now say we kobani say and the platform stamp an authority say from an echo the National Democratic Congress rep will not step here. Obeka say they've been unfair to you. Meboa, yes. Not the listeners, ni viewers, ni him say, and your mom will be very, very insulting. You see, gone are the days where I was some time ago. The management of the station is stamp an authority say, hey, I have program we one more makwan NDC for in Sihoda. Monkobi sounds a meboa. They told me in plain words, every concerted effort I made say, no way. But I tell you one thing, that a media house, the owner of the media house, sorry, this very CMG media house, owned by Alhaji Seydou Agongo. Kweku, do your job. Take it upon every personality in Ghana or making an opinion decision in this country, including those who control the nation's purse. No real when fancy ho or say me am jinahi. Seme kra me ye de ensenem fata, take me on. You see, the people of Kalawo, Adiamun Timi is when it is about your brother, your sister, or your own political party. And you must tell them the truth. Is what Mumpe. Yes. Now no be catch Alhaji Seydou Agongo say, but do you know say Kwekwana has ever taken it upon you? But say yes, I know. But still, I'll allow Kweku to do his job. Well, it's just a thing thread that separates us, we black people, from white people. It's our level of it is about what? The highest level of the what? Our mediocrity. Difference is the level of our mediocrity. I've defined mediocrity several times on this show. Because bibinim pa de pepe biani emu nukre just a kuro kese e da bibini ho a obesaya until sa temu de bibeba to tell him or her the truth. Any level of mediocrity. And I've always defined mediocrity for many times. As I say, the region of our lives bounded on the north by compromise, on the south by indecision, on the east by past thinking, on the west by lack of vision. Go down and say, what makes us think and think deeper? The anthem of the norm and the heartbeat of the ordinary. What makes who we are as black people is about what? Our dishonesty, our insincerity, and being truthful to ourselves. More pema John Mahama, we need power. But I tell you, Samika say there are some NDC for womunya NDC in opposition say yeah. I swear God, me na make a me say there are some top NDC in penifua womunya NDC enter like that. Because of when we say do what when we dia kwasha ban coffers mu didi enti amamoyefo. Look, when John Mahama lost in the just election some people were blaming some NDC officials say woman they compromise here. And I'll mention a name. Somebody like when Elvis Efri Ankra was attacked because Obi say Elvis Efri Ankra and a part of compromising Debene Fahane Kuyese. Really? Meanwhile, now Elvis Efri Ankra had written several reports to some top gurus in NDC to look into ABCD, including training people to man electoral polls. Because I said, they kept all those events and letters under their desk. Quiet. Those who were supposed to release money, all of them, Obiaye quiet. And so when they lost, then they started pointing hands. I can vouch for some of the NDC Beniphobia. When we need John Mahama brought that, Ebini Elvis a free anchor. I've known Elvis way back in 1992. Unipebia, Woma bottom him out, assume NDC. You can't take somebody like Fifi Kwete out. You can't take somebody like Haruna Idrisu. You can't take somebody like Elvis a free anchor, and many more. A lot of them. Neil and Tenim, you can't take these guys, these young men, out of the equation. Services to NDC and many. And so yet, there be another more point. Listen, NDC. What him say NDC to me internal contest na more contest. You know, say you are going for this position. Going for that position, you are not going to make yourself serviceable to certain decisions in the party. Why do you go for that post? Okay, as internal contest no krano e ho na mo say mo more post by way of using the flag bearer and say, oh, I want this post because I want to help the flag bearer win. Obwa, some of you are a bunch of crooks. We are a bunch of crooks and rocks, and the party must fish some of you out. Some more power ama John Mahama. Me say some more power ama John Mahama. Do not think say your friend is saying Vice President Alhaji Baumia ebe failure. Na when your power automatico montra ho na mu be hu busumi yedue mu bro NDC. Hey, media may come in a chronatum play no whether you like it or not. I'll spit the fire and tell you the truth. Case closed. And some former brebe na mu di wo party ni mu. And I'm adriam so Ghana for no bua funti e meto aba mamo. How dare? E meto aba saying it's been 32 years. Yegusu do, yegusu what, ya wa yehu difference biya. We want, if the NDC want to come to power, we want to see a whole holistic approach. We want to see different changes. And yes, our time we more power and so much post. You think we don't know? You think we don't know? More post. And you pay to NDC mo at post na mo. How dare you? Na John Mahama to hoshemo. No we are. Mo pese ye betra ha. Na ye ka asem me kwaku e be ka di defend mo. It's unfortunate that whatever de ye ka wa he bia no. It's you untimi nya ho hwe. Me dia ne say aban no woteso no enye wo NDC enti na me ka ne sa o. No. The reason why is that wo no de na metimi aka fa ho. The nation's purse eni unsem. Oman economy eni unsem. Ene ya menemu ka say the city is at where 15 cedi no. The dollar na drew 15 cedis. Asem papa. Asem we metimi dia be share NDC mana yi. No. It's in better na make cedi ni dollar na be edra. Why what asem dey call? Asem dey call governing party no. And me dey call no automatically NDC be take advantage of it. Into obi tie chia do be ka so kwaku ni NDC for aka bom say very unfortunate situation. Now so me ni ho me ntimi nya ho hwe. Nti ubedi matem kra no a na ese me yedi na me hwe. But you think say NDC for no me no omo, come on. That's the face of the new journalism now. So me say dollar drew say 15 and a pound sterling is where. And vice president is not even scared. And the NDC for me the mubesia. Yen fa hu he mo bo mo be bu enim tia mo mu enim tia ye be ye adwuma. But be very careful sir. Mo nkotra baby and raise arm on this very program the Frontline. Me tia no. I swear to God. Me mo be chine ya. I'm telling you. me kan ne kwatra mo me party si mienu me ni obi ani twa bia o me ni obi ani twa. I'm saying what I have to say. There is somebody who is making his way into this place to come and work. Or no would be din komasi kwekwana it does things on sentiment. Na me say won kan chance wo yare. Me ya you don't know me nti na wo kasa. Me ya na sentiment. Na me kan na mabɔ na baso na osu kwakunya abotre na wuni ma asem omo kafo na me say oh ebi nie o. When people are sick in their brains and they don't know you, they only go and then they do what? They say all sorts of things about you. Fata. Now NDC for me catch them. Mu be wini power. At the end of the day, no, John Mahama or one individual. So mu be boni chidom papa, mu money chidom say Masma, whoever you are calling, please drop your call. Let's do the program. Yempedi away no, please. Entima munya ma adwen say election na da ho no. John Mahama be fan trada sao because of their ben montra ho e bi mu be si ha. Up next is Ghana Speaks proudly sponsored or brought to you by Ora Black Stars located at Ofanko Barrier. Now Obisa Wasem, do you want litigation free land at the various locations Kwabenya, Denchra, Breku, Insawum, Amasaman, Botiano, Kaswa and many more? Ora Black Staff was a Ora and your mistake. As I see the baby wo. Come on. As I see a one castle bit in your tunnel DSU dream house. A dying upese who seen it say a Tower of Babel at the Ko Nyankopon ready. One bear ne come at the amount. Bibia upese who see a dying befits your status and Nina Kwanda ho. Ora Black Stars many mistake. A dana will be seeing no. A home crata sim no mabeji ayeni na the amount. MBBI come. What in suru crack. Ebiom assassin so ewo krom Kwabenya hiya bi wo ho. Amasaman Kaswa Breku bebre na me kwaku amegina he. E na me guarantee e de ma wo say ye den kwana kokota assassin. Ora Black Star for ebe je wo so mani na no bibia no aye kama enti dia obeya ne se obeya den obe frɛ Ora Blaster for na omu we di nkomo Ora Blaster for ye dwumaku a wonom Ofanko Barrier wom hote kama boni ni woma fem frɛ wonom ewo 053 617 6327 053 617 6327 Ora Black Star for ebejeso me be yi asase ya a fertile land one kasa hu hu to me say yes asase is so much rich indeed. Take a listen to this. Ora Black Star advert. Hey. Ora Black Star
Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchra, Bruku, Botiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Welcome back. Of course, this is the Frontline Midweek edition. We're bringing you all the back-to-back issues near loads of messages. And one more about a very long time friend, Recuse, him for and our share me who say what about so Noah entry also share from Koforidia or say keep on with the good work, and then a lot. na mehu another yare phobia or so or see a friend my memo dynamic away yare. You need observation, you need a psychiatric observation. I see a friend Eric Benson. Eric, you are a lunatic. Now we hear observation, all right? You need to go and observe your thinking process, which I believe has been obstructed. Eric Benson, yeah. Program na you know, massa baby yedru new journalism no. Yeah, corner fire for fire. So wo betra ho na ɔman no baby ɔmo nam no ɛyɛ wo fa na wo mba mbɛka ho as gallant soldiers ne yɛ maso nkɔ a bɛgyina wo na di nkrɔfo atem ɛda bɛbɛ mu no na mede wo de ama fast. Or see a friend say Eric Benson, a lunatic schizophrenic. You need a psychiatric observation. Oh, line is me person a man for whom the kind of person away. Krasinia, who nim nyansa we be jinawa, woke kansem, no one nim left and right. You claim you know, yet you are swimming your own pool of ignorance, full of ignoramus usunkwao. But some crofo is no be john no cancer full effort mudie. What the coin this year? Hey, what the bad MPP or Montiasie? Schizophrenics. Folks, tonight in Ibruum, we bring into sharp focus concerns raised by the National Democratic Congress a couple of days ago and their readiness towards election 2024 general elections. But in the meantime, let's throw the spotlights on the apex of leadership. Many Ghanaians have waited a while longer, or if you like, in anticipation for timetable to enable them schedule their daily activities against the backdrop of erratic power supply. However, in the process, the president, Addo Akuffo, on May Day, told Ghanaians the erratic power supply are over. Ghana for no do one to hold train say. Sa power erratic power supply to betra because one adieba kwa min kan kwetire ne yem bi say 32 years what Ghana 32 years the leadership of this country who come and go seem incapable of reversing the trend. Now what ho yarifo we yaria what we need adwuma now what ho and you are not ready to question your leaders. It doesn't matter whether between the two parties way ostensibly having run this country 32 years seem incapable of reversing the trend. I'm not here to defend anybody. Now no Akuffo don't so buy and also and anything I want hey na power what is going on now the dua kokwananse me kwatransia edua ebuto omitison wo so wo kwatransia tonko. Are you serious? Are you normal? Me yakoka President Akuffo de Bejron say, oh, I bibia to etwa. How did the president put this? One kasa Tioman Penino. Take a listen to him.
I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all Ghanaians for their patience and understanding during recent temporary challenges with the electricity supply across the country. Over the period, the issues surrounding maintenance of transformers and gas supply have been successfully resulting in a sufficient improvement in power supply reliability. Indeed, over the past few days, we have witnessed stable electricity supply across the country with no load shedding reported anywhere yesterday. For the past 7 years, we have worked tirelessly to keep the lights on, and I am confident that the unfortunate era of doom so will not return.
President Addo Akuffo, well, or can we in a pushback, if you like, yes, a strong pushback or rebuttal. Some Ghanaians, including social media activists, have taken on the president demanding full disclosure. Say, hey, Mr. President, they are working on that day, no, May Day, no kind of. Now some parts of the country was in darkness. Make us say, some Ghanaians, Abba, Abontain, Abba Kasa, Mampeni, or Mampeni, a small kind of rather some in the Caribbean. Still, the darkness is ongoing. Some social media activists also taking it on the president. And one of them, take a listen to this.
Mr. President, with all due respect, we are sick and tired of how you always lying to Ghanaian citizens. We are sick and tired of it. Stop. Stop. And then the cause insult, and if you don't know what, the root of your insult is you lying to us, manipulating and taking advantage of us. We are sick and tired of your lies. Doomso is not over. Doomso is here to stay, and is Doomso right now as I'm talking to you. So what do you mean Doomso is over? If Doomso is over, it's over in your house because you have generator. You have a backup generator. What do you mean Doomso is over? People are dying in the hospitals. Surgeries have been rescheduled. Instead of you as a president, as the leader of Ghana, to come on out, if somebody didn't prompt you, Grandpa, I don't think you would have said anything about Doomso. And you have audacity to look into our face and tell us that Doomso is over. Doomso is not over. The pandemic is here to stay, Mr. President. Do something. Stop it. It's collapsing our businesses. We don't like it. We don't like Doomso. Say a penisa and can change your vote because we didn't vote for you to become a president. What a shame. Who can say?
Fantini can ask him say I agree papa. Now a couple of weeks ago, the governing party NPP launched what they describe as Tracker. Basically, to bring to light all government projects and back upon an easy access. Nevertheless, some places captured by the tracker believed to have experienced some economic facelift apparently turn out not to be true. Now we are one a ben yankasa by a bell launch. Woma dear say tracker and no neighbor woman puntu Juma Hudwa. A bino aye yo mensi mu any kron ye na idea ni behubi. We no mo kobo bronu bi so say oh Juma wo mo di wo ho no enye adeketo kra oh wo ma ye mpuntu Juma ni o ma bebre nim ne ade wo mo ka asem ni wi anche ene krom wo fo no asore ze hey ade na mo ba gire ade na mo se maye wo ha ade mpuntu Juma ni economic facelift edebane ewohe, and they've pointed it out to the global world. They say sasemi enye na crap eye kuro benswa ene ye say track and chese o maye nyuma wo ho nanso inipa wo kuro mu ka say no enye na crap eye ntro. Take a listen to this. Na hwe say kuro benya. Watch this.
Plantation factory now. Tracker no abanka say ya bia plantation factory ama Asante Achim youth constituency we so omunya adwuma ye entieni wo de hye ekwan no kwa di aganse say ade na esi woni mponya adwuma ade na aban bi aba tracker nim say ye adwuma ma youth de nya adwuma ekwan na hwe mu adi na fia wo hwe tracker nim Asante Achim nota ewom say 100% ye adwuma mo de mo yenko lawyer Akuffo bi na ye MP wa ha Ojina emrashe bedwam ka kire Ghana for say your plantation factory bia eye adwuma wa Asante Achim not was for in my own constituency Asante Achim no and Akuffo to be specific we have a factory that is processing plantain. Myself I'm a plantain farmer, so I discharge plantain to the factory and it is unwardly exported to Canada. Sadia ni adwuma de mo menhwade transformers ni shawaya no why are this year? The factory, why are you? And now, now for what meet a crown more factory. Meet some more factory. How come say I buy back track about that for say your plantation factory? I hear tomorrow. Asante Achim North constituency. Our lawyer appear Edna Parliament House. I catch Ghana for say Yade for dear free for Canada. Now so factory new plan. Meet some more. Lita mobo lanke yesi factory fire say 2-bedroom full and yes say where ye adwuma ma constituency mu youth oba constituency youth go bia akuafo fo ha obia hwe no constituency mo hwe say ade ne wo ho ampa na men charge one district one factory no plantation factory no Asante Achim no yes ya enye na so anya adwuma now so what the about track and say yeah adwuma ma youth e wa Asante Achim no anya adwuma
factory in the almost that be any why cost
Bibian ko yes is so mo board and mo na mo
ya na ya ton ya de mo fi taprade Togo na asefo no mo master no pa ho ye ni be bia anya adwuma factory aye adwuma na mo de board ni fi akokana e di bra so fi free mu a o se bibi ye adwuma
ya de be share
e wo bia na gwa gwa ko ende
master factory dey so be bibi no ye adwuma wo mu
dem fa youth bia
master jai ti bi bo obi dey nka hu
ba mo an bia pia ku bi na ka
master jai ya pia ku bi nsam no no didi mi ana to ni nchirichiri mu o onye re
factory ni si fi wo plan ya ti ko ya ya chon ki ko ni anta factory ya ye be jai funa to abaya se sika o nye sika ketewa o ya ja we si wuro ti Ghana for performance tracker no o constituency na so wa check ya hwese abaya na ya adwuma ni fi wo na ya adwuma ye nyina ye Ghana for ye sika na bia ye asante action youth for muna aban si adewe ye adwuma mamu na na adu danko Akuffo nim say adewe mu nya sonfafo na so nya adwuma adewe esi ya esi wuram mu ba ku enie to obia nhwe.
Great Dada Nuhu, you're online. Juliet Mensah, you're online. I'm doing the great stuff. Yes, and last pillar, I say somebody is sleeping on the job. Last pillar, I love the message. So somebody is sleeping on the job. Now, as someone at the house on track, no, at track, there. In semi buma ye kanya ne kuraba kusini. Now, as part of Vice President campaign tour, he visited the people of Volta region to mark the Hogbechuchu festival with the people. But something strange happened at the festival grounds. Mintiasie. Why intia sa didn't see you? Na dia ba didn't see you. Me pacho be when you say any wason and listen carefully. What happened at the festival grounds? Take a listen to this.
Medical drone delivery. The whole for the first time in history, people can buy electricity units on their mobile phone. If they can even buy it from China, Germany, Japan, or the UK, and buy the units on their mobile phone. For the first time in our history, we have one district, one factory. For the first time in our history, we are clearing goods paperless in the ports. For the first time, we have digitized the driver's license process. And for the first time in our history, Ghana has implemented the Ghana.gov platform, which is a one-stop shop for public service. For the first time in our history, Ghanaians can renew their national health insurance sitting at home on their mobile phone. For the first time in our history, Ghanaians can apply for student loans without the need for guarantor. Is sufficient. For the first time in our history, the government gave Ghanaians and free electricity for every year. For the first time in our history, government has provided free Wi-Fi, no senior education, and public university. For the first time in our history, we have implemented constituency, one campaign. For the first time in our history, we established.
I don't know why. Vice President Nako and Omukudin Komona all touted some of the policies. This is what you see there. In a related development, the Vice President was recently in the Bono region. As part of his campaign message, he touted, quote, "We must follow people who have vision. We don't have to follow people who think in terms of impossibility," unquote. He went further to accuse the former President John Dramani Mohammed's inability to have paid the nurses' allowance. However, shortly after his delivery, the vice president was put on the spotlight. When we said I'm more politics now. Ora John Mahama Ababontin did that way back sometime last year. Said, yes, you see, politics now muyana basa basa funsa anwo. One of the unique way of doing politics, it doesn't matter. Say why ya dear ewo mining o policy bi a wo de baye anko ye amanipa na wo betimi aye honest enough. Honesty, say that me shall say no say me use our word no. Be honest and you credie obedi ni kre edi ama wo ho ene wo mindful. And whether we like it or not, John Mahama sometime last year, as part of the Torah Oko, yet he saw cancer as him we said, yes. At the time, no NDC penny for catcher and say the nurses allowance, the money and fund and sankano want to oprim nakuma. But the only time I would tell you said there's a great leader. No, a great leader is the leader who has seen the mistake and quickly run truth, realign and redirect. Now he will make it a move. John Mahama Beka Ghana for say the teachers and the nurses allowance na utremuno oba obeden obesan restore. The engine office or cancer. We who mistake in here. And it is for me, if I'm a voter, metwa bama ubia, I only would learn or would make it say a nipa why young from swo. No one who from swo, no wajiatum, no say, some from sway me ba me bium. That is an honest leader. Why you ready say? Sadin from zone yeah kutia nipa no kuti on wakasana one yebium. Afi yemfa na foforo. But what we say? Vice President ene onwe ko gina ho and wo use obi mistake no ni predecessor na mistake no or dey den score a political point. But we say Yakopon pesa there and then one. Any ye bi sa ne say okay ube restore ube tue ka ube say ye gina hi anase fo no bebre ye wa ha Vice President ye wa ha eti allowance no da ben and obetua man they put him on the spotlight and they ba sem and a vice president or catcher one e wo Bono region. Take a listen to him.
So we have to follow people who have vision. We don't have to follow people who think in terms of impossibilities. We think in terms of possibilities. When my opponent was in government, he abolished the nursing training allowances. And we said we will restore the nursing training allowances. And we have restored the nursing training allowances. Can you trust my opponent with nursing training allowances? You cannot. Ubo school. Then you ask your question. Then we go 4 questions, and His Excellency is ready to answer all your questions.
My name is Abdulalim Jaria, a nursing student from Techima Nkobo NMTC. The question I want to ask is, when are we getting Alawa? Since I started my school, since first year, I've not gotten Alawa until now, and I'm in my last semester now. And some of us are not being able to pay our school fees. Next week like this, we'll be writing our exams. Those who who will not be able to pay their fees will be sacked. They wouldn't be allowed to write exams. So if the Alawa were given to us, they would have been able to pay their fees. So my question is, when are we getting Alawa?
Thank you. Question I know I got to say Thank you very much. Your Excellency, these are the questions from the youth of Bono East region. Thank you. Thank you very much for those questions. I think the first question had to do with when we are getting alawa for our this thing. So I think that is a question I will take to the Ministry of Finance. I wasn't sure of where you were with your alawa, but I think that I will check with the Ministry of Finance immediately I return, and I will make sure that they pay you your alawa if it has not been paid. I will push it. I'll push it for you.
Oh, Lord have mercy. La. Mr. Vice President, hey, Vice President Alhaji Mahamadou. Now, oh no. You know, the people were disappointed. Obia wo kohwa. So who says Sikano. What the mom and anything. Oh, yeah, promises so. I feel obe free Bunu East ho. Na oba obe free finance minister no. I feel crowd obe free finance. Yes, we friend wo obe friend obe dura. First obe tuka aba. Oba afi no obe fa phone no. Ansa na ebi crowd na afi no we dware. Ansa na obe sra. Osre wi afi no de perfume begu no. Ansa na we place. No place call no dey call vice. Oh no. Vice President. Please. Enjoy ye. We queen the vice. It is say Vice President to say. Oh my friends and sorry it's your tax. Sir. I feel we are also know that is a joke. Hey, Mr. Vice President, be serious with Ghanaians oh. MPP for and simply Brunei can move say we are just playing around the Vice President. One cause some of vice or kind papa and come a bill but beba. Papa. And sovereignty should not be made to pay tax. Sir. Oh, we also would diagro. Okay. Sundiata. Ken Sundiata. Sundiata, I think it was a movie or a book. Sundiata, Ken, I salute you there. It's been a while. Okay. Yamfa Vice President in Insiwe. Afi asemwe da honye. Kratabi ekudi eko omampeni ho na program way has been copied. It's a very explosive krater. National security mpenifo mama mason emra hase. Na mo report egu ho de me bo nyankopon paya na eja onyankopon ya adoma next week ya wada na me ni hase. Me kwa kosie me father bebremu nim se me father free mu me kwa koyeye ye ko Ashanti region akwa koyeye between Ashanti region ni Cape Coast ho na eniema be koso koyeye na me ba sa breed e we ni e de prapra kwan mu ye ne te say lifestyle de no me ba na asudi bi efri miti so na national security nsemu egu ho de maka kire mu Ghana for say asem kesi bi besi wo memu se ensi no bibie si any moment from now on ema Ghana enjire yi a me enye me nwanwa because of the current state of the national security architecture of the state. Now this very criteria maybe can actually me a letter a top security officer in natural and a copy platform no open di won ho mebo ni din akire na nsem we work criteria mu no maybe kan so e de akire the Jubilee House and the President, His Excellency Addo Akuffo and the national security top officers are mudin e work criteria mu. Now, here, in the lead up to very sensitive. In the lead up to the December 2024 general elections, many security and intelligence chiefs have bemoaned growing situations on the landscape. Did you hear that? Weekly expose allegations of corruption, maltreatment and mismanagement have aroused concerns of key government stakeholders. Various reports of Mr. Edward Kweku Asumeni's unrepentant aspiration to enrich himself at the peril of Ghana's national security has disrupted nationalistic effort in the face of threats across Ghana's borders. Relevantly, an unnerving perversion of a once revered national security office has been hit again with unconcealed corruption. Ebusiafo, krata no mu edupa o, enya sam keto o. Yo. A week ago, key senior operatives at the National Intelligence Bureau, NIB, raised concerns relating to an edifice opposite Ghana's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, that the building allegedly owned by Asumeni with shareholdership from some key government officials was perceived as security risk during the said engagement. The operatives raised the following issues. Operatives ni raising sembia emu odu. And some makumako saying enum mebekan achiro. 1. Why the said building Grand Mirage being built opposite Ghana's citadel of foreign policy? 2. Who granted permits for the Grand Mirage that dwarfs our foreign ministry building? 3. Where the risk assessment taken to raise concerns of its top floor spying of Ghana's foreign ministry and potential to spy on activities on the Kotoka tarmac? Ubisa question. Number 4, who are the shareholders? Number 5, why has the Ministry of National Security allowed parties involved in the building despite concerns by operatives? Wrongingly, Asumeni set up a committee at his request to explore the potential of leasing same to the National Security Ministry of National Security at a cost of $200 million United States dollars, whilst the edifice goes back to Asumeni after 10-year lease period. Addo na obeye sa. Addo ene Kweku Asumeni ubedi boni eti say. A dina we see our Ministry of Foreign Affairs opposite no. Eno kra no ho asem wo munyankai o. Now the top security chiefs are raising concerns say obi betimi agina dinim, and then they will spy on the Kotoka International Airport. And all the 5 issues in we raising, they see there onya answers to it. And it doesn't look like say a concern to the nation's security architecture. Now he revealed more dark secrets about this Asumeni guy. Now here, also the committee, which consisted of current chief director of the Ministry of Bonidin, the committee, which consisted of current chief director of the ministry, Sena Sian Boating, and one Jennifer, approved the said deal. However, the chief director of the Ministry of National Security, any mami Jennifer, one more approve say, at a quick Asumeni dino, ye fambe rente national security for saying $20 million. No, $200 million for 10 years. Tam this one, yemfa diamond. Let us win who said Tam. Nebane saying and ambaso. Now listen to this. Or say Ora, the chief director of the ministry, Senna Sian Boatin and one Jennifer, approved the said deal. However, Kan Dapa furiously rejected the ludicrous deal. Yes, I had a Kandapa way idea. Ora Kandapa said, no. All my coin, Emma Kwekwas Mini, emphasis Sadan, Emma rented national security for saying $200 million. It will be recalled that same Asumeni, some 2 years ago, now Tiadia Kwekwas 2 years ago, Addo here. 2 years ago, forcibly confiscated an edifice of a business mogul. Name withheld. Namidini Beba. There's a reason why I'm a businessman. Name withheld for now. At Spinters, on the score of tax evasion, Okosizi Papani Danse Papani into your tax and Yanokre. Asumeni's office released the said businessman in exchange of the edifice. Or release Papane free and Kwasuna na say incarceration or the Sisa Dino. Kwekwasmeni, and Yuma Waya or Memha. Na Kwekwasmeni one sha Dachi Ubedem. Your report. I know, sir, the reason why tonight, let me break the news to Ghanaians. The reason why Ghana's international partners, including the United States government, are telling President Akuffo take off this guy from the office, is because or no NDC a war pesika Kwekwasmeni no war pesika the ama government me bo me kan kire madam Mami chief of staff Madel Branebe kan no kra na kire Ghana for Kwekwasmeni plus some other crooks and omo pesika the ama enti omu ntimi enka Kwekwasmeni nasem and Kwekwasmeni will grow wings, will grow iron horns. Now share the businessman in exchange of the edifice exclusively houses junior operatives who have no locus to live in that building. Or the dino ama some national security officers be a junior officers we need local standing says or more transfer dining. Now when my dear and then it's yes spice be coho. Your spice be crowd or that you try down a picture any officers a gumi na dia bremo. Oh yes. Masobe shekeke. Obi danyo what did dino at the national security operatives be kugum. And I have the video, everything. Me de bremo enche. Na mwashe. Bonia Kwekwasmeni woditia such a revered office of the national security no. E kwanya ode office no de first President Akuffo and they are buying mumpini for more channel. Now listen to the worst part of Kwekwasmeni adia wayetia eni pebi wo memuha. Again, the Ministry of National Security pays for the accommodation whilst Asumeni pockets the proceeds on monthly basis. And then what this are operatives neko gumno ni na no national security for eden etua monthly rent o no no agis kan egu no bottom. Kwekwasmeni akototo sports cars bi na no ne group of people with eco sports ma monitor several times midnight. Always we are clever man. We are all night birds. All of us. Mo amugu NIB ho and mo amugu national security NSA ho ye na night birds. Now here in the coming days, operatives within the country's intelligence citadel muntie President Akuffo afio mo ka asema kire na mo de mo ntena na mo ye de mo pe me emfa me me ni leadership me emfa mo ho de mo beye mo government bi mo asema ye di tuo be hye wo hwiri mu a oho na obehu say fide wodru the crescendo na afio wo hwa de a wepini ho tie asema opani ni e ka kire mo o say in the coming days operatives within the country's intelligence citadel would open up scandals involving Asumeni on the ben omu bebie Kwekwasmeni ne nsam ne boni a we dietia omen enioma dodo say no omu bebie so. One, on gold transactions, galamsey transactions, cocaine dealings. Hey, asemwesi. Cocaine dealings, oil theft, money laundering, and hey, can you imagine? Oh, money laundering na wayebi. And then the most very sad part, an alleged sexual abuse of a 15-year-old child. A 15-year-old child, oh, 15, abofra wedi saying 15 years old child. Should the president of the republic keep Asumini in office? Omo ba yes adiwe. Ombe be so fire and fire for fire. Ahani de be shase. Na me koye yie na ba me ba. Womo se dia me kwaku Asumini enyomo ye be bie sunie. Your gold transaction, your galamsey transaction, cocaine dealings, oil theft, money laundering, and the alleged abuse of a 15-year-old girl. Hey, asembe krania. Just say, hey, rade, inyakupon hu nipa mobo. A 15-year-old girl, Asumini, yes, why the bang? Not just say, what subject is our 15-year-old girl no, to the bang? And why would you do that? Share, maybe ya debi wa hachiremo. Hey, rade hu ya mobo. A 15-year-old girl, Asumini. Now, Lord have mercy. Maybe biya debi swachiro. A 15-year-old girl, Asumini, eden afa kwan biswa. Make us say, not just a wushemwa. Sika, Yesu say, Akko, sa abofrane busuan for hono. Eye, saying 20,000 Ghana cedis. To compensate the family. Sir. Now, when him penini tron the crowd or say, dedicated to the patriots of Ghana, our motherland. No, they show love from Russia, Mother Russia. As someone ba, utisa ne say we say, a show say bram, or say love from Russia. Code. Folks, national security penina krata. We are there come on my opinion on my copy and my creation. In the coming days, national security jabetom nipa betu to William kwayam insuam enuyam insirem me dibonia che e said national security ministry no ye ma eni eye de ekoho na eni die enso ba ho eye officer ehote folks bilimu sia na maba me ba Ghana Speaks Extension. Yebeko NDC for allegations near Munsem Semno. Stick and stay. I'll be right back.
Blacks are limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Denchira, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Of the media and Ghanaians, because we are all Ghanaians as well. We wish
Oral Black Star Limited. Our lands are everywhere. It depends on the customer's preferred location. We have lands in areas such as Kwabenya, Amasaman, Kaswa, Benchera, Bruku, Botsiano, and Insawam. Our lands are very affordable and has no litigation issues. Our lands comes in various sizes such as 70 by 100, 35 by 100, and among others. We have a flexible payments plan that is 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months. The areas are well developed. No need to worry about electricity, water, and other social amenities. You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555, or visit our website at www.oralblackstarlimited.com. Oral Black Star, your preference, our priority.
The Frontline with Kukwana.
Great, folks, welcome back. And of course, we've walked one leg of the journey, making 24 minutes approximately past the hour 9. Remaining one, and we're going to walk the one pretty soon. And then we'll get you some messages also read across. Now, we turn our attention to the issues earlier raised by the National Democratic Congress, NDC, a couple of days ago. Now, let's go through some of the issues raised regarding the BVRs near Hongkong. And of course, my executive producer, Yao Yamba, joins me shortly, so we go through all of this. Yao, I want to say. Great. First of all, take us through the NDC raised concerns about the BVRs. And what precisely were they talking about with regards to, say, BVRs, Electoral Commission should do what, and per what the allegations portray?
Thank you very much. According to the NDC, a few months ago, I'm going to say some weeks ago, some of the BVR machines got missing.
Good.
About 5 of them. And according to them, with the current registration, they've initially demanded for the serial numbers of those devices that were missing.
Good.
And Electoral Commission didn't furnish them with those serial numbers. So as a measure to curb some challenges that will arise out of the missing of these machines, they have decided that this registration exercise that is ongoing, their polling agents and whoever is representing them at the registration centers to take the serial numbers of the devices that will be used for registration. So they will know that at registration center A, this is the machine that was used there, and this is the serial number of the machine.
Exactly.
And according to them, and only issue, and their officers have not been allowed to take those serial numbers by the Electoral Commission. So more issues now more concerning those machines. Say some were missing, and they requested for the serial numbers, and they were not given. So as a result of that, those that are being used for registration, they need the serial numbers of those machines. So they will be able to track which station and at which center was machine A or machine B used, and who is in charge of the registration, the officer that used the machine for registration. So it is for that reason that they requested for the serial numbers.
So we can say, with some degree of certainty, say, the reason also behind why the NDC is doing this is also because it is about the fact to say they want to trace the whereabouts of the BVRs on the back of say some got missing. Yes. And again, we've also heard the NDC also complaining them. Those missing ones near when you can Oman reported appropriately until recent, including the ones that they say it has achieved its what's the word? It has achieved its usefulness and those things, and then they have to discard it and all of that.
Them. Yes. So the main issue I think there are about 5 of them. Oh, some people were picked up. In Tianono, they don't have any information about it. Initially, according to them, no. Electoral Commission denied that such machines were missing until people kept reporting on that, and then they finally had to confirm that such machines were missing. So for that reason, no, in order for no third party to use those machines to do registrations, no, they were demanding for the serial numbers of the machines that are being used as the various registration centers. They'll be able to track which machine was used at which center. Like there will not be any infiltration with so until but requesting for registration numbers or serial numbers of the various machines.
I see. Great one, folks. Yebeko, some of the issues, there's this brother of mine currently watching this show from Simpa, all the way in the Takwa region, Simpa. Big Joe, I salute you with your program. I salute all of you, Nana Kwame, Big Joe, Ima, all of you in Simpa, Ufri Simpa. Now we'll call Mangwazina, all of those areas. And there's a particular town or Honana, this MP it's one of very forest part. Now, the Electoral Commission for an Antna Assembly. So the Electoral Commission has also done what you call a pushback. In their pushback, they try to give some explanation to what is it the Electoral Commission for also Ekeka.
So they issued a press release. We have it. It's about 4 pages, and I will read that out. I say the Electoral Commission reacts to NDC's request for serial numbers of BVRs deployed for the ongoing voter registration exercise. This press release was issued on the 9th of May 2024. So the Electoral Commission wishes to address the NDC's request for serial numbers of biometric voter registration kits currently deployed in the field for limited voter registration exercise. The Commission wishes to highlight that the integrity and security of our electoral processes are paramount. Each BVR kit, as a critical component of this process, is assigned a unique serial number. This number plays a crucial role in the operation of these devices, particularly in the generation of activation codes essential for their functionality, as well as tracking their location and movement. Releasing these serial numbers to any external parties, including political parties, poses a substantial risk to the security and integrity of the registration processes. This is why this has never been done since biometric voting system was introduced in Ghana. The specific risks are as follows. 1, so they outline some risks that are associated with releasing those serial numbers. 1, compromise of the kit's security. 2, targeted manipulation risks. 3, phishing and fraud. 4, operational integrity. So these are the reasons in if they release the serial numbers, and they explain each and every one of them. The first one, the compromise of kit security. The serial numbers are integral to the security framework of the BVR kits. Disclosure of these numbers could potentially allow unauthorized access to the devices, thereby compromising integrity of the voter registration process. Compromising of kit security. The serial numbers are integral to the security framework of the BVR kits. Disclosure of these numbers could potentially allow unauthorized access to the devices, therefore compromising integrity of the voter registration process. Yes, please.
Simple say
yeah, that's the first point.
I see. Well, I disagree with the Electoral Commission one way or the other, but then again, my disagreement may come from a different angle. Now, this one, NDC for no be yano. If the NDC for no were to be here, then we can ask them more questions, quite deeper questions, for them to bring it up well. But they were not here. Women make allegations, NDC for no make allegations, and beyond the allegations, what could there be more for us to know? And no, and any person omobaha ni yan ombi is answer na no mai. But what they need to on the voter limited registration exercise, NDC also raises some concerns over there again. Ushemwa, the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Asidu Nkitia, has also put some issues out there as far as the limited registration exercise and also air concern. Let's take a listen to what Asidu Nkitia also said a couple of days ago. Listen to this.
Press of the media and Ghanaians, because we are all Ghanaians as well. We wish to serve notice, and notice is hereby served, that NDC registration agents across the country will resist the EC's clandestine attempts aimed at diminishing transparency in the voter registration exercise. Let me emphasize that our agents must activate the party's high-tech application systems to transmit all serial numbers of BVR kits in their district and electoral areas to the National Elections and IT Directorate of the party, with or without the approval of the Electoral Commission. We shall not falter, we shall not relent, we shall not tire. And we will live true to our mantra that NDC, no retreat, no surrender. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not expect the Electoral Commission of Ghana to act as the conduit through which Akuffo Addo will implement his avowed determination not to hand over power to the visionary, experienced, and trustworthy John Dramani Mahama. MPP must choose peaceful transfer of power from the MPP president to the National Democratic Congress in their own interests. The 2024 elections will not be business as usual. The EC must sit up. The EC must answer the 35 questions posed by the NDC on the stolen biometric equipment. And the EC has no option but to allow our agents to record the serial numbers of the BVR kits deployed for this registration exercise if they have nothing to hide.
Well, we and a party chairman at the Atudra, the limited voting exercise and so on. So you can see there, it does appear that the NDC have more quite loaded issues to tackle. And I say, Electoral Commission. Now, again, if you also look at the pushback of the Electoral Commission for now, the Electoral Commission is saying, and Adrian said, obey so much. Now, here, Dana Asidu Nkitia also go further to say, Electoral Commission is in need of bank. We need option. So the question is, how will this issue pan? And all of that. Now, yeah, would come in shortly, but my main kind, very interesting message be. One of my texters or online so if any lioness in power. Lioness, listen to me. This is what you said. They are all the same quote, adequate unquote. They all have the same they all have the same roots, but one of them is a hybrid offspring. Yeah. And this is what makes this very, very interesting sometimes. And sometimes when some of the readers and our viewers need be messages say, but very interesting. Now, it respites the show. And yet they are all better than what ubedi di obi atem. Yenka se obi amfa message me praise him. We don't need it. But one day the na nso ase a na we stay din na wape obi bi atra. Anaya meboa na why cool. But to come and stay on the platform now Becky can say udin me bo udin na say me ba so na ma full response. Ma mo udin it means you are like a dot in the ocean and absolutely irrelevant to the cause. Asidi Nketia has made a very serious issue here. We hope, sir, the Electoral Commission will take another angle to all of this. Now, first of all, we here at the Frontline show tend to agree with the views raised by the party regarding the BVRs. Yes, indeed, it cannot be true that the Electoral Commission share the information with the stakeholders may perhaps compromise the situation as they try to assuage. This is not true. We see it rather it would help the stakeholders to hold each other accountable in unlikely situations there. Bibi Beden ebeko wrong. Again, the entire country nankasa yijana position such as sensitive data. So yeah, ahonia can hear. Or minor yes, sensitive data about the Ghanaian is already in the hands of the foreign entities, including the first gentleman of the land. Yeah, you woman man come wa bruchiri for Ghana for no yen yawahano. Plus your president, our sensitive data is already out there in the hands of some foreign entities. Now, maybe it's our question. Who are those entities currently capturing our data for the Ghana card? Ghana card na ye no. Why na capture your data no? This is not the first time he raises our issue. The Ghana card, me say entity bang and no more capture. Caneno, now I am not telco news. NTN, is it a Ghanaian owned company? Yeah.
No.
It's owned by Whinum.
South Africans.
Caneno. They say I know my metamorphosis into the man. Almost from say is it Telecel?
Telecel, yeah.
Telecel. First, na Vodafone, yes sir. So Vodafone is not Ghana near percentage of whom they saying. But say before a be metamorphosis into Telecel no, na a Vodafone, na a Ghana for Modia. How much? And a Ghana your percentage na whom they saying how much? So how on one hand, the telcos now one more air capture your data system, no, including the president, including the national security architecture, all of us. The MTN is owned by South Africans. Now the South African company where MTN makes over $1 billion United States dollars out of this country every year. Not the call. On also and our the contract here manual. One on water all Ghanaians our fingerprints, including President Addo Akuffo fingerprint, Vice President, everybody. Any Vodafone can home. Woman they could us our data away. Do you know the security and intelligence repercussion of these foreign companies holding your data, your fingerprints? Now, Mubaba be catch say, they have a way of deleting it, and a fahini esene Korea hinfa. Nenos wanya na anya day. Whilst you will numaku bebre oha, one betimi ayesa collection way. The National Communications Authority for together even with the national security, move to collect this because look, in this day of intelligentsia, sharing intelligence, information, sensitive, a whole nation of 32 million Ghanaians information fingerprint, it should be bedroom just like that. Enti yaw data ni yehwehwe and want to see a code yaw din e system na yaw fingerprint naba. Do you know what somebody can use your fingerprint to do? Electoral Commission for mbese me kire omuze enye we na mobile mana yehu. The whole nation ankasa your sensitive data nankasa is already out there. Yaw, what do you make of all of this Electoral Commission is trying to put across on the back of what the NDC have raised?
So apart
Share
from
your thoughts.
Apart from Saumurix now,
yeah,
Omopache said there are some transparency and accountability measures are Omoma put in place. Also, the first thing is that they've gazetted all the centers, which means that all this information now be captured from the various centers. Any information that is coming from outside the gazetted centers will be recognized and it cannot be accepted into the system.
I see.
And apart from, I must say, polling agent oversight, it means that the political parties will have to ensure that their agents are properly trained and then they will exercise some oversight over the registration exercise. Detailed reporting. The commission provides start of day and end of day reports detailing the number of persons registered at each registration center. Provisional register. All political parties receive a copy of the provisional register prior to voter register exhibition to enable them to scrutinize the provisional register and to identify any issues that they want to raise during the exhibition. There is a final register, the political parties have access to it, and sign a participation in DRCC process, that's at the district level, and participation in the adjudication process. In some parties, there are a lot of measures political parties have access to already. They can ensure that nothing untoward happens.
But you see, look at it and put this in sharp focus. Yes. For me, it's untenable in the sense that the Electoral Commission, the political parties, normally stakeholders, to have access to the BVRs, what is it that the parties can do with it? They can. So, because for me, on the basis of synchronizing what goes on at their database and what the parties can also use it to measure and all of that, it helps. It helps in the embodiment of transparency, if I'm right.
Yes. So for transparency, from where we say, that's how we see it. But Electoral Commission as a unit, they feel that there are some risks. And when I come back, we say compromise of case security. The next one, we say targeted manipulation risk. And what they say over there is that the knowledge of the serial numbers could enable targeted attacks on specific BVR kits located at certain parts of the country, thereby causing chaos, political conflict, and operational challenges. The third one was phishing and fraud. Serial numbers could be used to facilitate fraudulent activities, including phishing attacks, where a criminal with a serial number can trick EC personnel into believing they are registration officials, potentially leading to unauthorized disclosure and access to sensitive information. Number 4, operational integrity. The Electoral Commission maintains a structured protocol for the activation and operation of BVR kits, designed to ensure that all devices are used solely for their intended purpose and by authorized personnel only. Disclosing serial numbers disrupt the protocol and endangers the operational integrity of the electoral system.
Well, I see all of this as
for reasons they are not willing to to budge.
To budge. And I think that is how folks, and like I said, we can agree with the stakeholders now. One more call for elections to some extent. There must be a bit of compromise situation of the Electoral Commission to make some things transparent. Other than that, Electoral Commission for Nunhadi, how many of their BVRs were stolen?
About 5 of them.
5 of them. How did this BVRs go missing from their own custody?
Yes.
How?
So that's one point.
How did this BVRs go missing? Did it get missing in the hands of the parties or in the hands of the Electoral Commission. And in this case, who among the stakeholders should be more vigilant?
Electoral Commission.
Exactly.
It's one of the points General Mosquito, Chairman Mosquito raised. Or say, if hardware can be stolen under CCTV surveillance, why not activation codes?
Folks, yeah, you're the best you. Great.
That's it.
Me ever can message kakrana fi. Yan sorry so na adiasa. I say kweku. To be honest, there are some people in this country, I say that they don't think before acting. That's how I see Samira and some people in this country. Also, I see that they just want to bring coup so that we can't hold them accountable. All the money they have stolen, Willie, the country is already sold. Willie, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. We all say, wow, you are indeed doing a great job. Gun salute. One funny thing. We also say, hi Kweku, good evening, please. I want to ask you that what's on secretly between these two parties. Mr. Annan, please help and liberate us from this horrible pit because Ghana is on time bomb. Very soon going to explode. Hardship all over from Akwesi in Ashanti region. Akwesi, there will be say very legitimate question. Oh, me no ya dwene Akwesi, me no ya dwene papa ye kumase kra na yesi o enuane kra bo ofo no ne ade no so still because na ye ka say if dollar no akwa kodru 15 cedis e de ben biom e na office e ma asetan no nya den. Akwesi, I agree with you. What it? Na my young anymore na yanking kind message Nika say watching the show from Swan Lake, North Kaneshi, Mr. T and Eka Nasimzi. Good evening. I'm Davis from Ifwaman. It will do that NDC well to name the unpatriotic senior members. Ghana is crying for selfless, devoted people to lead Ghana. Please name them so that we smoke them out. Okay, good evening, sir. I am a midwife in the north who has worked for 2 years now, but my appointment letter has not been given to me because a private man told them not to give it to me. Please, can you help me out? I want to reach Sami Jemfi, please. My promotion is due, but no appointment letter. I see. I'll say, good evening, Kweku. I'll say, you see how these our leaders are? Until the youth wake up from a slander and acts, I bet you, they will still take us for granted. It's a shame. Our NPP from Mary, Mayera, Enode, Ebayem. I say, may God have mercy on our vice, Stephen Dansuman. May God have mercy on our vice, Enode, Ebao, Stephen, no. Steve. I say, good evening, Kweku. From Paul Dodoa. You are like my junior brother, so strict and highly disciplined. Fire them and let them know their mistakes. The light out is an example of insecurity in Ghana and will rate this government a failure to the state. Thanks. Oh, Paul, salute you for this very peace message, okay? I say, Kweku, you are too much. Keep the fire burning and blazing. The man of the moment is on TV. Let's watch and listen. Wisdom. We are not necessarily looking for praises. As some na kind ubia wo anu ye na odi aba na so abeka there. Don't come and attack us here. Ye no ni asem. Ubia ni message ni ye kan. Say, good evening, my boss. Or say, you see this NPP government is full of what? Evil minds from Stonega, Teshinungwa Estate, and on Sudanese or the Abe. Annan, please leave Eric Benson out of the equation. Yes. I see you are right. The guy not a normal being. Please move on. Ghana is behind you as always. We pray for good journalists like you and we see a change coming soon. Freedom is here. Echo Thomas Tema Community 4. Oh, War Community 4. That's where my mom lives. Okay, Thomas was there and a good one there. Also, I cherish you so much. You always put it as it is, Kweku. A day you're back. Thanks for your good works. From Lucky Doblo Gona. And I'll be saying Lucky Dube. Honestly, dear, no. Okay. We so say, Kweku, please help us. Dear Muna, SME Boamu. Also, Kweku, let the NDC people wake up. Ayo mama someone. Some best sorry, some sorry. Media Makandi SME Kachom. Say good evening. The NDC is not ready for power because John Mahama has not given any policy. He always attacking easy. I don't think so. We should vote him out. Fitch Hasty from Nkoko and Odebai. Fish message in Anami Huni Papa. We shall say good evening. Instead of Alhaji, why don't you call Sami Jemfi? Oh, Sami Jemfi has been spoken to. Sami knows what we are talking about. Sami knows what we are talking about, bro. And he's also not too comfortable with some of the things. We so say greetings, Kweku. Thanks so much for your great job for our beloved country, Ghana. Hope you are doing well by God's grace. Wish you a peaceful evening. Stay blessed, safe, healthy, strong, and happy always. Georgina Bafo and Ode message or the Ebai. We all say. Good evening, Mr. Host. Your message is good. Tell NDC people. Ebusuyama kachira womo. Enwa na makacho no omo asamwa. Good evening, Mr. Anna. Please, or say hint cocoa board for me or hit cocoa board for me. Cocoa board. Nyam. Asam gesi ewo cocoa board no. Ojata na apa na eba ho nyabotre. Or say thank you people for good work. The drawing saliva Akuffo was saying he won't give power to the next president. Who would be NDC? Please, let that drooling saliva mouth president Akuffo to dare and play any dictatorship and see what he only can see. Okay, also dear no. Good evening. I am Kwame Otu from Teshi. For some of us, we lost trust in MPP and Electoral Commission. How come? And machines get missing. We need trust or mubium. Also, Kweku. Good evening, Kweku. I love what you are doing. Continue to speak the truth. Philip from Kumasi. Philip, God bless you too. Why? We also say, Chairman Kweku. Good night. God bless. God richly blessed for the wonderful job you are doing for this nation. Now, please help us solve this problem. The passport, that fee that had been increased to 500 cedis is causing us more problems. I want to purchase one recently and I was given 4-month intervals for just taking a picture. So I'm going to receive my passport booklet. This is bad. I'm even asking if I want to change the dates. Look, unia one modi sa passport asemi wo menu ya dua ma ebro so say passport na nkasa na ye kase see ade mo ma passport no are more accessible to foreigners like Nigerians. I mean ya tim medua na mudua wa ha me yedi twa me yedi aye paper keke e dia printed booklet no 500 ebusia ye be kan ho asem da chenwate. Good evening, Mr. Host. I am busy. Mark Pounds from Sunyane. Please, let's forget about the NPP and NDC and let's all vote for Asarbediakon, popularly known as Sheda. Okay? Sheda, yebedin komo enche. I say, good evening. It's still, I say, evening. It is still sleeping. I'm Razak. You are just, somebody is sleeping. Yes. I say, hi, it's Stephen Asenfosu. Those stolen BVR machines has the serial numbers on it. I say, you can't disclose to the NDC what about the thieves. Ghana is in a mess. Nobody is ready to tell the truth. NPP, NDC, Ghanaians, Len Baumia is also struggling with promises. With promises. Oh, folks, it was here for NSMP na momi yemfensi ha na yenkona yemfa weekend frontline no emfa emra weekend frontline unim nipa ye ne bedi nkomo Monday unim nipa ye ne bedi nkomo okay mamenka we nso say good evening Kweku. I am happy to see you, your program. May God bless you. Nana Kwame, uwo simpa. Uwo simpa. Nana Kwame, thumbs up. I say, I'm happy to see you. Yes, na me also make sure. Papa. Nana Kwame, uwo simpa. Uwo ko takwa nsu ayem ena na America na Bismarck. Takwa nsu ayem ena na America no. Takwansu ufri wa na woko takwansu yes simpa ufri simpa na woko na obedru takwansu ansa na afri wedru simpa Nana Kwame osi good evening daddy, I miss my cars but why should I pay money before? I don't know which of them you are talking about, so if you can bring me up to speed. We all say good evening boss, you are doing a great job. The NDC have to be wise. Omwasemo kechire omwasemo which was I was contracted by NPP. After the work done, they threw me by there. Are big promises they give me. I am from Central Region. Minimu dinyo into be free number one. You bet me anyway. Din komo. My manager is so quick. I say good evening. It's still NDC sleeping, but we want Mahama again. I don't know, bro. Minim so more doubt. I don't know, but. Baby any nani great guys and Mami production as far as Ken's air concerned, online editor Ken's and then Ruby X, great guy up there, and then the man himself, the indefatigable Bismarck, he's the editor, CTV news editor, and also Kaya come on. Then the indefatigable executive producer Yao Yamba also up there doing his own thing. Editors at large, boy Kofi Ansan out there, director of research Kofi and no Kofi Ejiri. And also Eba Nyema Ekekana Nei come. Oh, you mean my ID and Ghana card? Okay. And then I will come one seminar. Yes. Okay, right, me home. It was Yamome and Francano and Chef Rigimo. Na Yakopon Yadua. Today we are late, it's true, you are late today. Yam Francano and say, Onyame Aduma. Friday, Yabeba. Near Besumo weekend. Frontline. Nanyama Addo na Kwemo. You believe it, sir, the stakeholders of this election we are bano. Ubia bedru baby anema betu to ye. Ama ubia enya na honti ase na yashwe bibia aye kama we also NPP is a scam unza ubia ne de God bless you too and God bless you too folks me the musia na yako onyankopon yadma Friday mini opini kase bi eba we all say good job, I don't know, good work done. Okay, one for with Diamba, but until I come your way Friday, folks. My name still remain Kweku Anan. Let